Welcome back to RBB. In this episode, we get a chance to see the folks at Safe Fire Range and Retail do some testing on one of their EDC bag ballistic panels. This panel from Safe Life is NIJ rated as level 3A. It's a standalone piece that can be dropped into any bag with the right dimensions. Now, some may ask whether putting a ballistic panel in your EDC bag is really worth the money. Don't know for sure if it's right for everyone's needs, but there seems to be a few options a panel in your bag can provide. Denver and I even got a chance to discuss this topic throughout the video. So stick around as we test and discuss the Safe Life Level 3A ballistic panel.
All right, hello and good morning everybody. We have something really exciting today. We're gonna be doing a field test of the Safe Life Level 3A Plus backpack or bag insert armor. And we're gonna be conducting a series of tests. We're gonna be doing some stabbing, we're gonna be doing some slashing, we're gonna be doing some shooting. So we're gonna have these guys over here in the prestigious Safe Fire crew in the dirty jacket and the sweet flannel. We're gonna be doing some of the action that we're gonna be getting out here today. And I'd also like to think a little shout out to Ranges, Backstops, and Berms. We got Aaron Gibson out here with us today. He's gonna be doing a little bit of filming with us as well. But let's get started. Now for the K-bar test. See what we got. So there's a real clean slash going across the face of the material here. Looks like we got through the little weatherproofing material underneath that. Maybe a little bit through that first mesh layer, but it doesn't look like anything else went through that with the slash. I see nothing on the backside here with the stab or the slash, so it definitely survived that, no problem.
At this point, Denver and I shared our thoughts on what the panel's edge protection properties could mean in an EDC bag.
I really appreciate you including me in the ballistic panel test for the EDC bags, or really any kind of bag. But a lot of times people will look at the ballistic panel for a backpack or an EDC bag and go, yeah, that's fine, but what am I going to do with it? It's just going to protect my back if I'm running away. And okay, yeah, that's a possibility, but we want to maybe give you some other considerations kind of interlaced with some of the testing that we were able to do out at the range. So for one of the things that I thought was kind of cool, and I'll go ahead and show you that we have the panel that we're going to be working with today, and it drops right into this EDC bag that you guys have seen on a previous episode. And so it fits just in like that. You can adjust it a little bit if you wanted to, but essentially as you kind of zip it down, all right? So one of the things that I was kind of looking at, and I'm kind of interested in your thoughts on this, is that if you were to use this, obviously passives just sitting on your back, that it would be protective of your back. But if for whatever reason there was a situation where someone you were around maybe had an edged weapon, and you had enough time that you would able to basically lock down the shoulder straps really quickly and essentially grab onto the pack, weave your arm through it, and then hold onto the drag handle up top and just basically use it as a sort of a protective, sort of defensive tool as you were backing away or you were coming up with a different plan. Now, I think I remember you saying that this was like the Captain America hold on it, and I think that's funny, but it actually seems to kind of work depending upon how much stuff you put in your bag. If you load your bag down too heavy, obviously, then this is going to be kind of an arm workout for you, but it's one thing to consider. So that's one technique or one consideration that you could use.
So now we're on to the ballistics test. We're gonna start with the smallest rounds, and we're gonna work our way up to the more powerful rounds at the end there. Looks like we made it through the first layer. I think that's slashed there. We got through the weather protective layer, and it looks like we got a little bit of threading, but nothing looks like it penetrated there. Just a little bit of an impression there. Let's take it off, make sure we didn't get anything. Back is still good. Armor's still intact. Oh, you hit right below the 22. It's right here. So here we got our weather layer and all that. It looks like you got through the weather layer, and here's the, kind of see right there, it looks like you definitely got a bit of fraying there. I can feel that it actually, this is the first time we've got to a point where I can actually feel the impression on the back. There's no slug in here. Oh, it's in there. So on this one, the 45 looks like it hit right here down on the bottom. It did not penetrate, but it is in there. There it is right there. Oh, that's good. All right. Wow. All right. So even though we've got through the slash mark of the previous test, you can see that right there you have your 357 still captured. No penetration on the back. It's still nice and clean. This thing's holding up. Captured. It is still in here. We've got no penetration through here. This is held up through everything it says it can. All right, well, that concludes the pistol and spike test today. It passed all of the tests, even up to 44 mag with flying colors, no penetration at all at any point during the test.
Afterward, we discussed some simple techniques that could be employed with the panel in a pack when making a hasty exit from a dangerous area.
For me personally, I would look at that very similarly. I know it sounds silly to think of it in that comparison as a Captain America style of thing, but depending on your situation in your environment, I would probably try to go with my offhand with holding that, so then I still have my dominant hand available.
Absolutely.
I think you could use this in a couple of different formats. If you needed to get more of your body, you could put it more longwise in front of you. You can always come up over it and you can kind of shield yourself and give yourself a good visual range as well. You could even charge with this guy if you needed to. If you did have a number of items in your bag, you can also, use those to kind of buffer some stuff as well. We did put this through a spike and stab test, which I think we're going to do again, and we're going to maybe step that up a little bit and see how that handles it with some bigger blades and maybe some more force.
Yeah.
And depending on what you're looking at with that, obviously your situation is going to change there again. This guy's measuring in about 11 inches by 14. It is remarkably light, all things considered. I don't know what the actual weight of it is, but this guy doesn't weigh much at all.
Super light.
It is. It would you barely notice. It would be less than your laptop considerably.
Oh, agreed.
It can absolutely fit in an EDC bag. It can go into any kind of bag that you're going to be using. You want to go out and about in the neighborhood or out in the cities, whatever. It's going to be able to fit most bags. It'll get in that insert just fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If you have any comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you right back here next time on Ranges, Backstops, and Berms.